The key to having great employees is to implement an effective training and recruiting process. How? Without employees that perform at a high level, a company will likely encounter challenges and, of course, money loss. And this all starts with hiring the right people for the right job. This requires successful recruiting techniques and methods that are guaranteed to deliver results. And who better than a recruiting company to help you improve this? There are many reasons why companies choose to hire recruiters. However, this may not always be an option, especially for smaller businesses. Or you simply had a bad experience and you just want to do it yourself. Whatever the reason, there are consequences to a bad hire. So before we move forward, I highly recommend you take a look at our video. How much costs hiring the wrong person? The other thing that I wanted to mention is that not all recruiters are the same or charge the same. For instance, we do cater our services and pricing to each business depending on their budget and their needs. So, always shop around before making a decision. One thing we know for sure is whether you are a small business or a large business, you do need to have a solid and successful training process, which provides as much guidance and support for the new employee. Not only that, but you also need an effective hiring method for your team to search and find the right employees. Qualifications and skills alone may not be enough because there are many other factors and qualities that may be required for the job. Now, before we dive into this subject, I just want to quickly mention that here at Mitsuoka Company, we provide training for you and your team. We teach you method and techniques that are the best of the best to successfully hire the right people. Signs that you are hiring the wrong people. There are telltale signs that can help you improve your business. And one of those is to assess if you are hiring the right people. How? Number 1, do you have high staff turnover? Employee turnover is a result of poor hiring decisions and management. This not only affects your business in a financial sense, but also in productivity loss. Therefore, you have to consistently invest in new hires. But this goes much deeper than that. If your team is not happy, it can also mean that one employee can negatively affect the rest of your team. So understanding why there is a high turnover in your company is vital. Imagine having a team that works well together. What it's like to have a team that is loyal and that is most likely to stick around for the long run. Number 2, team does a lot of mistakes. This could really indicate poor training or that the wrong person is in the wrong job. This will ultimately have a negative impact on your productivity, on your customers, and business reputation. Having the right person for the right job means increased productivity and customer satisfaction. Number 3, conflict within your team. Company culture is important and thus people's skills and qualifications may be valued, but useless if the candidate doesn't fit in. Part of the hiring process is to ensure that the candidate will fit in within your company culture and that they will work well with your team. This will ultimately create a positive environment where people will motivate and elevate one another. These are just some of the red flags that your hiring team may need to upgrade their hiring skills and that changes need to be implemented to have a more efficient and effective team. So, what steps can you take to assess and improve the situation? Number 1, review your company's practices. You first need to understand your hiring methods before you can actually fix the issue. So you need to write down steps such as: what platform do you use to find candidates? Do you have a structured and well thought out hiring process? Do you apply the same questions for every candidate for the in-person interview? Do you hire solely on qualifications and resumes? What is the negative pattern in your company? Number 2, expand your methods and evolve. Now that you understand what the issues are, changes need to be implemented, such as use new platforms to hire, such as LinkedIn, Indeed, or if you're already using those ones, then maybe it's time to change. You may need to rehire or let go of existing employees that are not being efficient and who have a negative impact on you and your team. Seek professional advice or coaching. Redesign your hiring process. Number 3, do not rely on resumes alone. Yes, of course, assess a candidate's resume and dismiss the ones that do not qualify. However, you do need to consider potential and drive. Someone may not be the most qualified, however, they may be determined and driven. Maybe they're even a fast learner. Being open to potential can be more beneficial if you know how to find it. How? It will lead us into number 4. Apply behavioral interviewing. Behavioral interviewing is an incredibly powerful tool because it really helps you understand an individual's potential skills and personality. This method really helps you understand how someone is likely to act on the job. By conducting a structured interview, it will also allow you to be fair to every candidate. Behavioral interviewing has specific methods of asking questions that achieve the best results. It will also ask about the candidate's past behavior and case scenarios that they are likely to encounter on the job. A few examples of behavioral interviewing questions. Have you encountered conflict in a previous job, and how did you resolve the issue? What is a personal goal of yours, and did you achieve it? What are your 5-year business goals? This method also helps you understand if the candidate will be a good fit for you and your team. Are they honest, and will they be a good employee? Are they likely to stick around for the long run, or is this just a stepping stone to another job? I am not going to go into much detail about this method of interviewing, but I have made an entire video on this subject. So I highly recommend you hop onto our YouTube channel and take a look at our video. The importance of behavioral interviewing. Number 5. Retrain your staff. This can cause resistance because change isn't always comfortable or appreciated or, of course, easy, but necessary. Retraining your hiring staff and changing your old methods to new and updated methods, creating structure and applying a well thought out, proven method is sure to improve results and create a better environment for everyone. Number 6, onboarding and training process. Reviewing your onboarding process is also really important. Making sure that the new employee is supported and set up for success is key. Are you providing hands-on training? Are you handing new employees written material that will help with understanding the basics of the job? Do they have the right assistance? Or are you giving them too much information or too little? Is the training period enough? Once you hire the right person, having the right steps to integrate them is just as important. And when the training process is good, the candidate is more likely to stick around for the long run and, of course, succeed. If you want to know more about who we are, how we can help you and your business, and our training services, simply go to our website or you can click the description box below. Mitsuoka Company, the best recruiting business, period.